Hello and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the Another Life mission set in Whittleton Creek, Vermont. And today we will be taking care of the Piano Man challenge, which entails obviously killing one of our targets with the fiber wire. Now I have chosen Nolan Cassidy for this, as getting Janus is a little bit more tricky. So for this one we will bring with us our ever trusty lockpick, a silenced pistol and a fiber wire. So right from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do is we are going to make our way to the frog habitat, which is around the back of Nolan Cassidy's house across the park here, and we're going to collect our first two clues of the 3 clues that we need to complete the mission. So once we're just going to run along the fence until we get to the very edge, duck down and duck into the frog habitat area, and you shouldn't be spotted. And we're going to run right through the habitat area into Mr. Batty's garden, and Mr. Batty is currently in his shed, which is where we need to be. So we're just going to make our way around to the far side of the shed where there is a window, and we're going to wait for Mr. Batty to leave before diving in through said window. Just to our left we will find the legal documents, which is our first clue, and just by the door on our way out we will find a shovel, and we're going to grab that shovel, make our way back into the frog habitat area, and then just past the bird houses, just on the floor, we should find a prompt to dig a hole. And we're going to use our shovel to dig a hole in the ground, and where we will find a cigar box. So we're just going to collect the cigar box, drop our shovel, make our way back into Batty's garden. And Mr. Batty is currently in his garden sitting in a chair, but he will move away back towards the house, and we can make our way down the side of the house and out of the garden gate back into the main street. So what we want to do now basically is make our way to Helen West's house, where we can find ourselves some poison, and we're going to need that poison. So we're just going to make our way straight back down the street and around the corner until we get to a nice big pink van, and on the far side of that van we are going to wait. Hopefully not very long. There is somebody on the near side of the van, just on this side, who is stood by the fence, who will see us, or at least half see us if we jump the fence now. But she has just moved away, so we're going to vault the fence, make our way down into Helen West's basement. We're going to lockpick the door, make our way inside the building, and in here we will find to our left here some lethal poison, and to our right some egmatic poison. We're going to grab both of those and we're going to continue on our way, and the next thing we're going to get now is our third clue, which is at Janus's house in the basement. There are a number of ways you could do this. I'm going to go through the garage, but you can go right down to the end house, the house next to Janus's house, which is way off in the distance there, and you can lockpick your way into their basement and take the secret tunnel. I'm going to go through the garage though. So as long as the guard isn't in the area who's patrolling around, we are going to lockpick the garage door, make our way very quickly inside and close the door behind us, and pray we haven't been spotted, which is good. And just at the entrance to the house itself we will find a generator, which we're going to turn on. That's going to attract the attention of the guard who patrols around the kitchen area, and basically what we're going to do is make our way through the kitchen down into the basement and acquire our third clue. So once the guard comes to the generator and turns it off, we're going to pounce on him, render him unconscious. We're going to grab the gun he drops, grab his body, and we are going to drag him down these little steps here and into the chest freezer on the far side of the garage. Now at this point you've got a decision: do you take his outfit or do you stay in your suit? Either way doesn't really matter. I've chosen to take his outfit just because it will make things that little tiny bit easier. Though it's quite easy to do this in your suit anyway. We're just going to make our way through the kitchen to the basement door, down the basement stairs, and it looks like our timing stinks really here, because we're going to have to wait for the patrolling guard in the basement, who is also an enforcer, to get out of our way. So he's going to be moving around in the basement. He's going to stand on the other side of this wall before he moves off to the other end of the basement. That will give us the opportunity to make our way over to the filing cabinets he was just stood at. And on the filing cabinets we will find ourselves a photograph, and that is our final clue. So all that's left now to do is to take care of our two main targets. And as I said, we're going to take out Janus with some lethal poison, just making sure he's not in the area. So you could either do the poison the muffin challenge or poison the tea challenge. I don't have a muffin with me, so I'm going to poison his tea. So we're just going to pour him a glass of tea, add our lethal poison, and Janus will come along eventually, drink that and drop down dead. In the meantime, we are going to get on with the Piano Man challenge, and I'm going to put my suit back on before leaving, because there will be enforcers to the bodyguard outfit once we get over to Nolan Cassidy's house. I think Nolan Cassidy himself is one of the enforcers. So with our suit on, don't worry about getting spotted by the camera. We will be taking them out later on. We're going to make our way around the map again, pretty much using the main road or the pavement, but I'm trying to stay relatively close to the houses to shorten the distance. And once we get to Nolan Cassidy's house for the second time, we are going to now take care of the exterminator, and basically because he's going to get in our way later on, so we want him out of the way. And secondly, he has a key to Nolan Cassidy's house, which comes in very, very useful. It means we don't have to pick our way in through the gate and get spotted by anyone. So once we get behind the exterminator's van, make sure no one's in the area, like the joggers who are running around. Grab the two keys he drops, drag his body into the bushes, and we're going to take his outfit. So with the exterminator outfit now acquired, we're going to use the key we collected to make our way into Nolan Cassidy's garden. And if the patrolling guard in the garden area isn't around, we can pull out our silenced pistol, shoot the camera above the fumigation machine, just as as Janus drops down dead.
Finally, an end to Janus.
So with Janus out of the way, we are now going to add our enigmatic poison to the fumigation machine just in time, as the patrolling guard has returned, who needs to go because he will be in our way. So we're going to knock him out very quickly. You may have to wait for him depending on your timing. We're going to drag his body into the bush we were hiding in, or we passed through. We didn't get a chance to hide, he was so quick. And once he's safely tucked up, we're going to drop his gun and we're going to approach the fumigation machine. And all we have to do now is wait for Nolan Cassidy and his bodyguard to make their way fully inside the house and not into the garage. So once they're fully inside the kitchen, we're going to trigger the fumigation machine. That's going to make everybody in the house sick, and all of the bodyguards will vacate the house and basically amassing the surrounding areas to throw up in bushes and things like that. And Nolan Cassidy will make his way to the downstairs bathroom. So once all of the guards are vacating, there's usually 3 in a group and then a second group of 2. They are a bit spaced out today though. So we're going to make our way into the house, into the bathroom where Nolan Cassidy is. And we're just going to wait for this straggler to leave. We want all of the bodyguards to be at a safe distance, because once we kill Nolan Cassidy, if the toilet is perceived by the AI to be available, one of them will come back and catch us. So with our fibre wire, we are going to take care of Nolan Cassidy, and that will get us the Piano Man challenge.
Taken care of. Both targets are confirmed killed.
So what we're going to do now basically is drag Nolan Cassidy using the fibre wire all the way to the garage. Now remember that the garage door is open, but the garage door controls are right here. So we want to stop here, close the door before we continue on with Nolan Cassidy's body, and we're going to dump his body in the freezer provided. And as you can see, we have been spotted by numerous cameras, so we're going to make our way back into the kitchen while the building is still vacant, and we're going to take care of the cameras before exiting the mission. So there we go, Silent Assassin rating reinstated. We're going to exit the kitchen via the window. You could use the garage if you so wish, and we're going to make our way to the bus stop where we first entered the level. So there you go, that is the Piano Man challenge. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.